bans here.
Yeah, that's what I kind of mean, though, is like, are you just going to ban the same, or are you going to try and maybe get your hands on, like, the Xin Zhao pickup, maybe, that you banned last time? Maybe get an early, or maybe like a top lane early pickup for Kingen? Because I think Kingen had a pretty fantastic game, but obviously limited the impact that Galio can have in terms of, like, carry potential. Obviously, we've seen Galio carry games, don't get me wrong, but not in terms of, like, a DPS sort of carry position when he was fed.
Yeah.
So maybe if he was able to play something like a Gwen or an Aurora, could be a different story. We do see them coming out with a Nico and Vi bans, so kind of limiting some of the engaged duels we see being very popular for BNK FearX. They've gone for the PA. Will they go for the Pat bans again with the Talia?
Pat. A little pat on the head of Nongshim.
Yeah, and this
as
time
they walk by him.
Nongshim not banning the Xin Zhao Trundle, which I think...
Well, they went for Pat, but that's not Talia.
Yeah, so Talia open and available, and I think Calyx probably just slams it. I think the thing is, actually going to go for the Rise in this situation. A pick that he has played a good amount of. And Talia is going to be the response coming out from BNK FearX. I wonder what if you do just end up going for
Xin Zhao.
Xin Zhao here, like Talia Xin Zhao. There's also Poppy available, who's pretty strong. I'm not sure you need to pick it up now, though. You could also look for, like, top priority if you wanted to pick up, like, the Aurora, but they're just going to go for the Xin Zhao for Raptor. Enjoying the Sundered Sky gameplay from last game.
Whatever champ abuses it the best is the best, generally. Outside of Wukong, who eventually does get to abuse the item, but it takes a little while. You need to get to 2 items. What's the jungler response here on the side of Nongshim, or will it just be something else? Sivir selected pretty early on.
Yeah, I think one thing is that Sivir often gets kind of shut down by Jarvan, but since you've seen the Xin Zhao, you feel pretty comfortable to go for it. You could go for Jarvan yourself, honestly, on the side of Nongshim. And it looks like they are going to secure that one, so a lot of scaling on the side of Nongshim in the Rise and the Sivir, and a lot of confidence in the team fights, I feel like, with these picks. You know, it's a strong mid-jungle combo, and a lot of early skirmishing impact from BNK FearX, but those team fights, there's a lot of force to be answered from Nongshim. And I think you probably just pick up your top laner here, and then you could ban up things.
Aurora?
You're gonna see, I think you could go Gwen.
Ambessa.
Gonna go for the Ambessa instead. Maybe the Gwen nerfs, making you not want to opt into that with the armor nerfs, feels a little bit weaker. Going for the Ambessa instead. And now you can kind of ban away anything you don't want to play into.
Yeah. Renekton.
Renekton being a big one, maybe the Aurora as well. And for the side of Nongshim, you can just hammer away at 80 carries, although maybe if you're a little worried about some of the supports open and available. We did see Rakan, Alistair taken away by Fearless, though, and Nico banned, so I think you're not too uncomfortable about a lot of the support picks available. I think Rel, kind of one of the picks, like in terms of engaged sports, he's like the highest left open.
It's like Rel, and then you go to Leona, Nautilus.
I feel like Nautilus is really uncomfortable into Jarvan because of the Cataclysm terrain.
Yeah.
But the Lucian ban makes a lot of sense.
Aatrox.
Gonna take away Aatrox. A lot of respect towards Kingen. He's just kind of being pretty fantastic on that pick. And actually going for the Kalista ban, something Diablo definitely very proficient on. I remember when he first joined the team, had some highlight clips on, and we have seen it start to show up a little bit here and there since you got those buffs most recently.
Yeah. Definitely could have gone Kalista Renata and just played it very aggressively with Xin Zhao and Bessa frontline. What are we going to see instead? Jhin available?
Yeah, I think Jhin would probably be okay.
Oh.
Gonna go for the Zeri.
Zeri. Okay.
I mean, does have the mobility to get out of the Cataclysm. It can be a little uncomfortable with the short range into, like, the Rise, but definitely a lot of team fighting power if you're concerned about that into, like, Sivir Rise in the later stages of the game. And looking at the Yorick for King in here, which I think plays pretty okay with that matchup. Obviously, Yorick can be pretty annoying in the side lane, especially once it gets to 6, but with the amount of ability you have, you don't really feel that threatened by the baby cage. Bard coming through Fall of Hens here.
Yeah. I feel like this comp already has a high barrier to entry. It seems pretty difficult to play into Zeri. You don't have a lot of good lockdown. She can dash out of pretty much everything, and then the Rel, which we were talking about, just great next tier engage that was left available.
Yeah, I feel like we got like these really high tier picks from BNK FairX in the first draft. It kind of feels like they've just dropped down in terms of priority a little bit on the next one.
Yeah.
I think they're still happy with all the picks they've got. You know, the Talia, obviously, a great pickup for Vikla. They got the Zinzali and Bessa. I think these are all picks they're just generally happy with. For Nongshim, you know, I feel like we've seen the Bard be very strong in the right scenario, but also kind of be a little hit or miss if it's obviously a pick with high burden of execution. There's another thing with the Yorick as well, is that like obviously the pick we've seen have some fantastic games, but also not always the most reliable in team fights. And as you said, the main point is they don't have clear lockdown or answers to the Zeri.
Yeah.
So if Diablo gets fed, you might struggle to deal with him.
I mean, he's the guy that just went 13-0-3 on you. And, oh, CFO fan cheering for Diablo. There you go. That's a good choice. I like that choice.
Game 1 must have been fun.
I have a feeling Game 2 might also be fun. I'm not really sure if they have a good answer to this Zeri. And yes, if they get ahead, they have great scaling on the side of Nongshim. But they really have to bounce back strong. And we'll see if their confidence is there for game number 2. We are ready. Let's hop onto the Rift.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
All right, game number 2 begins now. The upper bracket match. The winner moves on to the playoffs. They're out of play-ins. The loser has another best of 5 in 2 days that they will have to face off against either DK or Bro.
The fact that BNK FairX already got that first game. I mean, if Nongshim lose this next one, it'd be such an uncomfortable position to be in. Have to win 3 in a row to claw this one back. So really need this game win. And you know, we were very praise heavy for the game 1 draft from BNK FairX. I think it's, even though leaning towards BNK FairX, a lot more even this time, which is a low bar, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is the concerns with the Zeri. There is sort of concerns with how they're going to deal with that, and also just the team fighting power of the Zeri Rel, which was the combo. You know, we had the quadra kill, pentakill from Ruler when Ruler and Duro, they played Zeri Rel together to great effect. And it was into Siva actually as well. There was that great moment where it was Ruler slid in, ulted to proc the spell shield, and Duro got the stun. So Jiwoo definitely needs to watch out for the level 6 of these 2 champions. A lot of threat there.
Yeah, it does feel like once again the onus on him just a little bit to be able to do as much as the Zeri can do later on in the game. You're generally going to need, you know, at least 2, but hopefully 3 items. Lots of damage coming in here from the ghouls, very annoying for clear. But yeah, you're going to need a lot. You're going to need time for Jiwoo to come online, and same for Calyx. Whereas I feel like BNK's comp can go much earlier if necessary.
And also this game, Gideon on the Jarvan, a lot more potential to make things happen early. Obviously did have that great skirmish on the Nocturne and was doing things, but he kind of usually waiting for your ult. Whereas in the Jarvan, you know, he's level 3. It's go time already if he really wants to. I think Vikla definitely a target that you can punish. We've seen KT are a team who really love playing the Ryze Jarvan to great effect. And it's just very much like the point and click CC into the flag and drag. So powerful, particularly into a Talia, who is that mobile pick. So I would love to see Gideon look for some ganks in the mid lane, get the flash from Vikla, and then do it again. You know, you have Lehens on the Bard, you have a Siva.
Full engage here, no spell shield, and guess who's here? It's Raptor already! The early ganks looking for the magical journey, and they are gonna get it actually. Dude just flashes away. Lehens saves his AD carry.
Any other champion, and you're just dead. Any other champion but Bard, and you're just dead there. And you saw the moment where Lehens is like lining up. He's like, wait a minute, give me a second.
Gotta be careful not to mess
Find the angle. Oh man, if he messed that one up. That's that'll be a tilter. I'm not sure there's any recovery. That's a series ender if you mess that one up.
Well, you got rocks on the ground. It is going to stun both of them, and Raptors here again! As Calyx flashes away, but he's just going to burn down to the red buff, which immediately dissipates after the fact, of course. Gideon
There's no way.
is going to get away.
That timing's so unlucky.
Yep.
It timed out just after the fact. But, you know, I was saying, this is what I want to see, Calyx and Gideon using that gank setup, but then the fact Raptor is there, okay, we got to see the perspective from Lehens.
Says, come down, come down.
Lining it up. You know, he could have got it, you saw briefly. He could have got it a little longer, and he wouldn't have had the flash, but they're still good. But yeah, so they go for the setup, but he has the red buff now, and then it times out then.
By the way, we're going in on the bottom lane once again. Guess who doesn't have flash? After the last play, it's Jiwoo. And just tanking it up, it's so easy for them. Diablo and Kellen getting duo kills like it's nothing.
How did that happen? I want to know, how did we end up in that situation? Jiwoo making a critical error. And, you know, Diablo and Kellen, at times, I mean, they have so many duo kills. I think at times they were #1 in the league.
Yes.
For duo kills, may still be. But finding these windows, pretty fantastic here, and this is not a good omen for Nongshim in this series.
Yeah, I mean, it's fallen apart pretty early on. Imagine you're Kingen, who just had a great game in the last one, and the team kind of falls apart, and now you're on Yorick, and the whole bottom of the map is falling apart again. I would not feel good. Speaking of which, Lehens going to bait them here, I suppose. There is the knockback, and now he's going to get in the Magical Journey.
Oh, Vikla try to predict the Magical Journey with the big boulder. Doesn't read it, but I'm just loving the confidence from Kellen here. Oh, Claire had the flash. So Kingen doing well, but you look at the rest of the map and you just like, oh god.
It's top laner experience, you know?
Yeah.
You're winning, everything's going great, you're feeling great. You look at the scoreboard.
And I think the roughest thing, oh, we'll see this first. So, slide over the wall. The spell shield doesn't end up proccing for the crash down. So just beautifully played there by Diablo and Kellen, punishing this Sivir. And the thing that was unfortunate, when Gideon and Calyx went for that gank on Vikla, they didn't even get his flash. I think that's the thing is, I was talking about, if you get his flash, you just chain gank, especially with the Bard, and Vikla should die again and again and again. The fact that they didn't get his flash but they burnt Calyx's just means they're very hesitant about going for the play again, and Kellen's been camping mid. Speaking of camping...
Yeah, here we go on Lehens once again. They're not going to overcommit, especially because Jiwoo is right there. They don't know where Gideon is. So, still a nice chunk, and the plant going to be eaten here by Diablo, so it just means that more prio for your bottom lane of BNK. They already got the Drake, as now the spell shield is going to come in. That's the zap on top of Jiwoo as well. Just a ton of damage already coming in. The short Magical Journey gets him out, but yes, you're living. You're not having a fun time at all.
This is feeling so rough. Oh, the laser! Ooh. If that had stopped the recall, it would have felt... I mean, to be honest, he would have just walked it off. He has his jungler nearby, but it would have been a tilter. And I think that's been the theme of this early game. It's been a tilter for Nongshim's bot lane. It has not been a fun time by any means. Lehens doing his best on the bar to try and keep the vibes up with the hot cocoa he's given over to Jiwoo, but Jiwoo is just not having the best of times.
Yeah, I don't think the hot cocoa's working very well. Maybe making the hands a bit sweaty.
It's not the right
what you want.
It's not the right weather for hot cocoa. Really.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely is not. Kingen does have flash, but which way is he going to go? He's going to flash over to the left and put down the ghoulie wall. Does get away, but the Maiden is not going to. 50 gold goes over to Raptor, as well as the kill on the Maiden.
Kellen's just everywhere, and you know, you love the Maiden gank coming in. Oh, speaking of everywhere, Gideon should be able to get out.
Feels like Raptor's everywhere too. Slow comes down, he's fine.
Able to get on this one. Moving over to the grubs now. We'll get one. Should be able to pick up a second. Raptor still has smite. Maybe just disengage and give him the third. Actually,
Nongshim are just running straight into it. The Bard is going to disengage, but Gideon already pretty low. The timing is very nice from their side. The Cataclysm had to be used to deny the knockback, and now it's a snowball. BNK just get everything. They're getting the grubs, they're getting the kills, they're getting the vibes. Everything's being taken from Nongshim.
They have everything, and the timing from Vikla so nice on the Tempered Fate for the follow-up. I'm not actually sure if he got the seismic shove timing perfectly, but everything was set up just to finish off Gideon on the exit. 2,000 gold lead now. And at this point, it's looking like a 2-0 advantage. With this much of an advantage in gold, Nongshim are really in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you say? I feel like they're kind of floundering, like they're trying to go in on that fight when it's just a bit too late and the Jarvan just gets blown up. Doesn't feel like anything's going very well for them, and PNK...
Oh, no, nothing.
Their comfort zone.
Yeah, it's 4 on kills, they're down a Dragon, they're down all 3 grubs. It's one more objective for feats of strength. I mean, the only caveat is this kind of feels, I mean, to be honest, it's not as advantageous as it was in game 1, but Nongshim did have a similar lead in game 1 and kind of threw it away. Oh, the big thing is Raptor just picked up Sundered Sky. Okay, we'll see this again. So they go for the engage on a Gideon, land everything. Tempered Fate, Vikla goes for the seismic shove, but the ult means it doesn't connect.
Yeah.
But he just dies anyway immediately. Slow onto Kingen, and Kingen being immobile, no flash, he's just dead. So just ready to immediately follow up on the setup. And BNK VODs is just being decisive. So much more decisive with these plays.
Yeah, it kind of just looked like Nongshim were going for like a casual walk, like a little nature walk up in the river. And BNK were just ready to smack them down. It was not going to be casual. It was not going to be very fun for them at all. And now BNK, you mentioned being everywhere. Like, they're denying all division. Kellen and Raptor are just following each other around the map. And that's what you want out of your support jungle. You want to have that synergy. You want to be making plays. And all of these tools from the Jarvan, from the Rise that Nongshim could have used are just going to waste in this game so far.
I mean, at this point, Kellen just goes where he wants. He speeds up Raptor. Raptor has Sundered Sky. I mean, look at the... Look at Jiwoo's items and look at Calix's items. Calix has 2 ruby crystals in a tier. And Jiwoo has a Crit Cloak, a Coalfields, a Coal, and a Doran's Blade.
Yes.
How are they going to kill this Xin Zhao? No, really.
They're not.
How?
No, I don't think they will.
Yeah, so it's just, at this point, you just need to weather the storm. At least you have good wave clear. But that dragon is gone. Second dragon of the game.
Uh-oh. And now, okay, nice dodge here from Kingen, but now the maintenance going to come out, maybe a little bit late, as Kingen 1v2, and Kellen once again is everywhere. He exists in every single lane. Tons of damage being done to clear, though, and now Gideon is coming in, and clears in a lot of trouble. Nongshim able to turn the play around with some help from their jungler. Now we got Raptor on the bottom side. Calix is going to attempt to run away, as no stun to deal with this. And he will be able to get out.
Okay, some nice plays coming out from Nongshim. You know, the ult not connecting from Claire was pretty pivotal there to him getting away, King and dodging away with some fancy footwork. The backup from Gideon, and then Calix able to disengage, getting a phase rush. Some positive plays. They'll still lose the dragon, which doesn't feel great, but maybe hoping for Chemtech Soul. And we'll see here, just trying to buy time, dodges away from the ult.
Says look top.
Does get hit by the stun.
Come over, please.
But dodging a lot of damage, and you can see there, Clay kind of disengages from the play because he's getting melted by the Maiden.
Good.
Just like it's over, it's over.
Finally, the one person who's having a good time gets some help.
Yeah, I mean, the Yorik's been going well here for Kingen. So he's got that going for him. But again, like, feeding the Yorick doesn't, I mean, it's going to be nice. Like, at least you have
something. We need some hope,
You have
Brendan.
anything, yeah.
We'll take it. We'll take it, you know? It is a Chemtech Soul, so this is great news for Nongshim. That it's one of the weaker souls, one of the ones that aren't going to be as much of an issue. It still can be a bit painful, because, like, Xin Zhao and Ambessa get a lot of value from it. But it could have been like a Hex Tech, it could have been a Mountain, it could have been a much more problematic soul. So I think that's the hopium we're kind of selling here, we're peddling in this situation.
Yeah, they need something, they need anything. We'll try to give them that something for now.
The tempo vibes were slipping away, but you know, they're wavering.
I mean, slipping away, they were in the dumpster. They were non-existent almost. So At least on the side of Nongshim. But yeah, at least they got something here. Little try on Avikla, but he's got the smooth surfing along the wall. The extra movement speed plus the tier 2 boost just makes it super easy for him to dodge.
You know, I thought he was going to miss a CS, and then just the Maiden did it for him. It's that easy. You know, things stabilizing a little bit for the side of Nongshim. And kind of, the longer things go, the more things kind of slow down. I feel like the better they're going to fare in this one. That's not to say that they just categorically outscale or anything, as much as obviously Sivir Rise, great in the later stages. Zeri, Talia obviously also do fantastic there, but those item spikes that are looking to play towards will be pretty major, rather than opting into the point of the game they were now. Obviously, I think the major thing was the fact that Rapt had that Sundered Sky, and Nongshim just had no way of dealing with him, but things closing up a little bit now. Also, I think another thing that we don't often talk about is when like one support has redemption and the other doesn't, it feels like impossible to win skirmishes.
Yeah.
It's actually just impossible.
You just have to wait. I mean,
It's just so if you hit like 3 or 4 people with that, unplayable.
yeah.
It's so strong.
Especially with the lead. I mean, you got the levels, you got the items, you got the redemption. It's just so much extra effective health. It's insane. Raptor going to be looking for this objective here. They already have the feats of strength, but might as well pick up what you can. Bottom turret is being pressured by Calyx, who is, I forget who did this, who basically just spent the entire game side laning as Rise and joined at the end.
I can't remember who it was, but I remember you
BDD?
talking about it.
I feel like it wasn't, because I think it was the first match of play-ins. Not 100% sure.
I remember it happening, but I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. Well, someone was having a very fun time just side laning on Rise.
And they were giga strong, but they joined and the game was just over by the time they joined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
So Calyx, I mean, he's Rise, so he's going to do the same thing. But
Was it Calyx? No, because
it could have been.
Maybe it
against Bro.
maybe it was, actually.
Maybe.
Maybe it's the
maybe
tech.
like game 3.
Yeah. We do have the Eclipse on Ambessa, which is a pretty massive spike. Still don't think Claire is interested in tangoing with Kingen in the 1v2, you know, against the Maiden as well.
Yeah.
With the shoulder pads, the black hole shoulder pads that skin has.
The what? Shoulder pads?
It's like a black hole, isn't it?
Oh, black hole. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Void Yorick, Void Maiden.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like that.
Do you remember when, didn't Yorick just used to have like no skins, and now he's got quite a few? The Yorick Resurgence.
Yeah. I think Riot did a good job of that, you know. It's like, which champions don't have
There's like the
skins?
kitty cat, there's like the, is it like Arclight or something? Or it's like the golden colored one. What's it called?
I don't know.
Oh man.
I don't know.
You're no help here,
Yeah.
Brendan. No
Atlas
help
would
at
know.
all.
Atlas would know.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah. He's the guy who knows the skins on our team. So, it is what it is. I feel like BNK, they're really trying to be proactive. They're trying to find angles to fight. Like, they've been moving around the map a lot, but...
That's like a consistent theme for BNK Rex, is them trying to find fights.
Yeah.
They are setting up for this dragon. Third of the game, and obviously even though Chemtech Soul not the highest prio, pretty good for their composition. Nongshim trying to contest the vision a bit here. Oh, trouble.
Gideon just dying to Raptor here. This is just a 1v1 for now, and he might just have to back.
Yeah, he had no flag there.
This is awkward for Vikla. I think he is going to have to flash here. He flashes north as the ghouls come in. The flash, bonk on the head by the spade. As Yorick takes him down, Kingen makes it look easy. Hit the ghoulie wall, and it was over from there.
Yeah, not sure how he ended up in that situation. Obviously, the flash was a little poor, but I think he was trying to juke because he knew that Kingen had his flash too. Gideon just makes his way up there. He'll find a turret. And King get a lot of work done in this side lane. So obviously he was the Fed member in game 1. Wasn't really able to find the value on the Galio in the team fight. Too many people on BNK are actually able to shred through him, but getting a lot of work done on this Yorick.
All right, all gonna come down. Not sure if he can actually get the kill, but he's gonna push him out of lane and maybe chip away at this turret. It's only Gio and Diablo. Now the redemption coming in just to help.
Yeah, it's hard because it's a Sivir, so Gio just close the wave. But we'll put the pressure down a decent amount. Laser comes through. It's the wave though.
Stopped us back, I think.
And it's pretty close in terms of gold. BNK Rex obviously have those 3 dragons, but it's a delicate point to get up. Yeah, there's no real excuse for this. 볼게.
I'll look for it.
잡았어.
I got him.
잡았어.
Yeah, the lesson is don't just be recalling in vision.
It's a good lesson. It's one of the early ones you learn
Yeah.
in League of Legends.
Yeah. I was like, how did this happen? How did you just get trapped in that situation? You know, normally, Italy is pretty good at kiting out the Yorick. That's how, if you're wondering. I was wondering. Now
Yeah.
I know.
Now we know.
And now Flashless into a Jarvan and a Yorick. If you get caught in one of those cages, you're kind of just doomed. So Vikla are very sheepishly approaching the bot lane. You see Raptor trying to provide some coverage.
Yeah.
Does that mean they can kill the Maiden? No.
No.
No, not quite.
Helps if you have friends,
Yeah.
and he does. He's got a lot of help. Meanwhile, everybody's rotating out of the bottom lane, trying to go mid. I mean, they've already done a number here, and the Rift Herald is going to be used. So Nongshim a little bit behind the play. It does look like this turret will go down for pretty much no recourse and no trade on the map.
I mean, despite the gold being close. Oh, Vikla, don't. Okay, he's playing it safe. This is good. Just just play in a defensive manner. The 1-3-1 pressure from Nongshim is pretty solid. They're playing it out well. You know, Rise going up against Clear is just kind of keeping them pushed in. Obviously, Kingen is pretty hard for anyone to really match. But the thing is, right now, BNK FairX have a 2,000 gold lead, but it's kind of offset by Kingen having that 900 gold lead. The point I'm trying to make is that, like, Nongshim don't really want to group up with Kingen at the moment.
Yeah.
And because the 5v5s, I feel like right now are a bit of a struggle. They're happy with Kingen just doing this. But the fights are where it gets a little bit difficult.
Yeah. Maybe in game 3 they'll make a comp where you can carry.
Well, he is carrying. It's just he's
Well, with the champ that he can actually carry with, he is going to flash. I mean, Yorick can do some crazy stuff in a side lane, but
yeah,
it's no Camille, it's no Jax, it's no Gwen. We've seen him have sick Gwen games. It's not even an Ambessa.
Oh,
Speaking of which, Vikla does have a lot of friends nearby, though, as TP is coming in. Redemption is there. Calyx a bit low. Lahen's also not quite part of the fight, as they're just going to keep them around with the Tempered Fade.
Vikla took a lot of damage. Vikla, get away from the Arakan. It does damage to you. Bear in mind, that's his HP after he got healed by Redemption.
Yeah.
So, precarious position. A little bit danger close. Does manage to step away. Did get a TP from Kingen, but it was traded for Clear. But I think if both being TP, you feel better about it.
Yeah, as being K for sure.
Yeah, as BNK. So, do you now see them in the vicinity and BNK FairX?
They're just gonna gank Kingen.
Yeah, trying to. Actually, if they find King, this could be a good angle. The tower being up though makes it hard really to apply too much pressure.
Yeah.
It's such a delicate position because when Nongshim have that tower up, if you pressure Arakan too much or you try and look for a fight, you can't loop around more. Oh.
All right, gonna flag and drag straight onto Diablo, who really does not care about that. Says thank you for the free food. And now Gio and Lahens get away, but you're not feeling good about losing your jungler in this spot.
This is a thing, you don't have the lockdown for the Zeri. You try and kind of half-hearted commit. A big reason why you're strong right now is this Yorick, and you're just not really playing to his strengths by just trying to jump on the Zeri. I think Gideon just overstepping there. Now, BNK FairX will look for the Arakan. Kingen is strong, but it's an uphill battle.
Redemption used to not heal the team. Now they're gonna go on in, and Lahens is in a lot of trouble. Down, he will go first. Kingen has to flash out of there as well. Calyx got a pretty nice angle on the bottom side. Does a nice chunk here to clear, but now they're just gonna turn on the Calyx. Has to flash himself. Does BNK keep this leashed in a good spot? And with Jarvan not here, I think they can very safely just smite this one down. No hope of a steal here for Nongshim, and BNK play it excellently.
And considering Nongshim clawed back from a deficit, they were playing around the side lanes well. Kingen had so much pressure. So quick to throw things away. I'm not sure what the game plan was here. Who's following up on this? They just jump on Diablo. It's a Zeri with all sums. I don't understand the logic of this play. And BNK FairX, they're always ready to fight. That's their MO. They are always ready to look for a fight. They are dying for you to engage on them, because if you don't, they'll engage on you. And now they're looking at Soul. They already have the Arakan buff. They're in a pretty good position. We'll see if Nongshim are going to be able to contest this one.
I don't know. Gideon just has to try to steal. He's going to go for the Mega Cone in, and they're going to stop damage here. And now the engage comes down from the side, and Zeri just has a free view of the damage on the top side of the fight. The smite will go to Gideon, but that is the only thing they get. They get the one Kemp victory, and that is it. Meanwhile, B&K take 3 kills and are feeling very good about this tempo they have. Calyx looks like he'll get away with some help from the wall. Although the knockup is coming in, and now Diablo's coming in as well. Gideon will get the kill onto Kellen as the Realm Warp gets him out. So at least there's that for Calyx.
Slick little escape there, but it's still just heavy blows for Nongshim. Sure, they denied the soul, but I don't think B&K FairX are too bothered about that. More gold in their pockets on the back of this play. We see Raptor kind of gets left alone in a 2v1 against Gideon and Calyx, but it's because look at this monster engage found here by Kellen. The shove comes in, Kingan's deleted. They're just winning the fight so hard, and then Jiwoo, he's trying to escape from this from this Ambessa, who has like a million dashes and just follows you through the penguin portal. Not much you can do.
Yeah.
And then Gideon does find Kellen here, so
Hey.
at least gets an answer back there.
539, not bad.
Honestly, I think the fact that they denied the dragon, the fact they got a couple of kills, it's like a 3 for 2. It could have been worse.
Keeps them in the game. Technically, I mean, they're not that far behind. Like, this is not uncomebackable. Let's say that. Although Lehens is going to die, so maybe I should stop the curse at the moment as Gideon is just being chunked away. The Zeri does whatever she wants in this game.
I think the bigger issue is where the gold is going. Do you see, if you look down at the scoreboard, there's a 3.4k gold.
Wait, but I saw this in game 1, Ox.
Yeah.
Wait, he can do this again?
Diablo just seems to be very good at acquiring the gold, and they're very good at utilizing the gold as well. Now they'll be picking up Baron. Gideon and Lehens both having died, and they won't even get that tier 2 tower. Kingan, your ghouls won't. Actually, no, he just will.
Yeah, he just will.
Okay.
It comes down.
You know, Kingan is playing his own mini game. You know, when you're playing tower defense games, he is who you're playing against, and he's doing his thing. He's having a good time. Not sure it's going to help them win the game, but he's doing his job. Everyone else, not so much. Lehens trying to set a vision around the Baron, gets caught out, and then just the absurd thing. This is kind of normal, but just look how much damage Diablo does to Gideon in this next bit. Like, this is a pretty bulky Jarvan. Look how quickly he dies. What is that? Like, no, I mean it. What is that?
What
actually?
is that?
Yeah.
I mean, he
like
had 3 items in that play. I would imagine.
I mean, he's level 16 now. He's level 15 to level 13 Jarvan. Like, obviously, if you look at the numbers, it makes sense. But still, what is that?
Yeah, and you still don't have an answer.
You don't have an answer to the Zeri.
Outside of damage, but like, you don't have damage either, not yet.
Yeah, this super fed Zeri is a little bit problematic.
Yeah.
Oh, the ghouls!
All right, Diablo is...
Thanks for the gold.
He is taking, you know, unkillable very literally, I would say. Just kind of running through all the damage, not caring at all.
Yeah. And now they take this tier 2 tower, and there's nothing that Nongshim can do. Okay, okay. Well,
Yeah. Well, they're just going to go over the wall. Gideon is going to walk away. Jiu says, whoa, no, I didn't want to be in this spot. I didn't want to be in this game.
yeah, I think he's not going to be there much longer.
Yeah. Well, the Maiden's trying her best, but her best is not good enough. Not in this one. Invictus, like, it's his main job to get revenge on the Maiden, but the game is just kind of over as in they go. They're going to press their buttons all over Nongshim as Gideon's like, look, see, I have lockdown for the Zeri. No, you don't. No, you don't. B&K absolutely slaughtering them here in game number 2, and they are playing with their food.
Oh,
last Q.
They got her.
They did get her. As
Winnable?
B&K are like, well, maybe we should try to end the game, actually. We probably should try to end the game as they bait them out for a little bit more KDA and a little bit more tiltage, you could say.
I love
They're still trying.
Jiwoo just comes back in. Oh, wait, he's...
All right, well... Hit the Nexus, guys. It's over. The game is done. GG.
Talon's
BNK destroying them.
Talon did his
0.
job. Okay, well, the ending got a little bit goofy, but a 2-0 advantage for BNK FairX, and there was a fair amount of predictors towards BNK FairX, particularly from the Korean side, but there was no 3-0s. And right now, with how these first 2 games have gone, it's looking like it really could be a 3-0 angle. I feel like they've had advantage in both drafts. The first one significantly so, and the second one there was obviously no answers to the Zeri, but this has just been a clear gameplay difference. This has just been outperforming. They've been better equipped when it comes to team fights, better equipped when it comes to setting up skirmishes. Kellen has been roaming around, setting up plays. Him and Raptor have been a phenomenal duo. Diablo has been establishing there's a reason he was Rookie of the Year, putting a statement performance down. Both games with a massive goal lead over Jiwoo and just pumping the numbers. Yeah, and honestly, at this point, I just kind of feel bad for Kingen. He's trying.
Yeah. I mean, what more can you do? He's playing the Auric. I mean, there's only so much you can do. You can see the vibes are not very good over here on the side of Nongshim, but this is where you got to turn it around. This is where you have to begin your reverse sweep if it's going to happen.
Yep, they need 3 in a row now if they want to try and make it through at this point. Otherwise, they're going down to the lower bracket.
2-0. BNK will take a break and be back.
라이드 돼. 괜찮아, 이겨. 싸워줘. 야, 여기. 들어오는 거 봐, 자라만. 자라만. 요리. 아, 더비 있어. 나 라이즈 볼게, 라이즈.
더블 있죠.
라이즈 높을. 얘들아, 빨리 좀 와.
라이즈 뿌리지.
라이즈 딜각만 빼봐, 이거. 라이즈 쳐줄게. 자, 타워 쳐봐. 타워 쳐야지. 타워 쳐볼래? 나 더비로 이거 해줄게, 이거 바로. 더비 볼게, 라이즈. 분자 빠졌어.
라이즈 볼게.
라이즈 높을. 라이즈 봐줘. 라이즈 하면 끝난다.
맞아.
이런가? 아, 이거